making cars moves us. What moves you?
The holiday resort was filled with officials from the Guam Environmental Protection Agency, Guam Waterworks Authority, the Water and Environmental Research Institute of Western Pacific, the military, and other key experts for an update of a study of groundwater under the influence of surface water for the island's groundwater wells. Guam EPA Administrator Eric Palacios says his agency and U.S. EPA commissioned the study a few years ago.
It is very important that local leaders, and especially every resident, know whether or not the groundwater is being impacted by stormwater issues, whether runoff or any other foreign matter above ground that could potentially seep into our groundwater.
Palacios notes it's possible Guam's groundwater wells could be contaminated by illegal dumps and many other factors.
There are many factors that could potentially impact groundwater, such as illegal dumping. Just daily activities that we as humans do and undertake. Driving our car, for example, if we have leaking fluids and it finds some kind of source into our aquifer, that definitely could potentially impact the quality of our groundwater.
GWA General Manager Martin Rouge says what it boils down to is safety. However, if the study proves the northern aquifer is contaminated by surface water elements, he points out safety will come at a very expensive price for ratepayers.
GWA does not want to compromise safety at all. But if this study is found to be, if Guam is found to be groundwater under the influence, the surface water is under the influence of the rainwater, then there would be a tremendous cost, and that cost would be reflected to the ratepayers. And that could be as high as a 40% rate increase.
Rouge also details how GWA will have to upgrade how they will treat groundwater if the study has negative results.
We'd have to build transmission lines, tie all the wells together, bring them to a central storage, and make sure that the water is treated to surface quality standards. And that's what's expensive.
Compliance and Safety Assistant General Manager Paul Kemp says it's been over 10 years since an island-wide boil water notice was issued. He mentions they already sampled groundwater wells during heavy rainfall periods and looked for particles that would have come from surface water. However, none of these particles were found.
The data we've collected has been somewhat erratic because it's a complicated system to maintain and operate, and so we have some gaps. But the data that we have collected is still showing that there's no real evidence of it being under the direct influence of surface water.
He adds 17 sites from Guam's groundwater well system are currently being studied.
We picked a heavy share in the ones that had shown historical response to, or to provide, that showed bacteria in the past. And then we also picked some that maybe, and some that never have had it. And so we tried to get a balanced view, but we did lean heavily on the ones that were potentially a problem.
Kemp says it's hard to tell when the study will be done, but emphasizes Guam is structured to naturally protect its groundwater. Josh Tikenko, PNC News.